G'day folks, and welcome to this playthrough of Warlord Britannia. This is a very recent release. It was released on the 25th of May 2022. It was developed by Dark Matter Games and was published by Stripling Media. It's a very unique type of game. It is described as a first-person immersive strategy. To kind of explain what that means, I really have to show you the game and show you what you're doing. It is, I will point out, a lightweight, kind of arcade style. It almost feels like an adventure game, action game, with this broad sort of strategic element underlying everything you do. Let me load up my campaign. I am 13% of the way through. I've made a start and I'll show you how this all works. So once this loads up, you'll see everything is in first-person perspective for the most part. I can walk around, I can look around, I command my legions, I administer my base, I command my legion and move them around all via this first-person perspective. You can see as I move around, as I look around, it's a beautiful day. The graphics are amazing in this, and I use the WASD keys to move around. This is my camp. Your camps are usually kind of your base of operations, and you can move them around from place to place. You press tab to bring up the map, and you'll see this is the part of this location that we have explored thus far. Here's my camp down here. And I'll explain kind of what I'm doing in just a moment. But you start off on the beach here. You see this nearby Craig and Brick farm. It's one of the first places you kind of need to conquer. Over the course of the game, you'll take over more and more areas. So the red areas are Celtic areas. The blue areas are under Roman control. So I've gained control of this region. And now I've shifted to the southwest to gain control of this peninsula to ensure that nothing pops up in my rear. It's a beautiful looking game. You can see the rain is falling, clouds in the sky. It's getting dark here now. You've always got to keep an eye on this map because there are these roaming convoys and Celtic armies that will try to attack you. What you see here is, as I said, my camp, my legion is kind of just at ease. Haven't been called to arms. They're wandering around, chatting, talking, eating. They'll light their fires in a minute as it gets dark. And yeah, I wander around and I command them. Now I am, in effect, a kind of a super soldier. As legate, I have a shield and a gladius. I have a bow and arrow, which is very powerful. I have 2 pilum that I can carry around with me. And I have my order stick, and my order stick can do a lot of things. I can talk to my individual soldiers. So this is Glutius Maximus. He's a legionary with the 1st century. He's only had 1 day in service, no kills. Okay, let's look at someone like, here we go, this guy here. This is Titus Fufius. He has 6 days in service and 18 kills. He's a centurion of the 1st century, very important. He has plate mail, and I can talk to him and, kind of see his path to promotion and what he needs to do to get promoted and all that kind of stuff. I have, let me get out of the way, it can get a bit busy in between these camps, always checking the map, making sure there's no enemies around. I can bring up this tab key. It shows me the map, it shows me my basic overview of camp resources. I can hire new mercenaries. This Legion button shows you my force. Now you start off with a small group in your 1st century, and gradually through experience you'll promote them to officer rank. So here you see I have a Cornican, I have a Tesserarius, a Signifier who holds the standard, and of course the Centurion. I also have the Optio, in effect the 2nd in command, who holds the rear. And then this 4x4 grid are my legionaries. Once that is completely filled out with officers and everything, I can start to build my 2nd century. Once that is filled out, I can start to build my 3rd century, and so on. And I can't sort of fill these roles yet. So gradually over the course of the game, you'll build up your legions into a stronger force. As I have here, I have 3 strong centuries. Century 1 is my sort of veteran century. Century 2 is getting stronger, and I've moved some guys over from Century 1 to Century 3 to kind of build out their ranks. Now I can, keeping an eye on the map, good. They're all relaxed at the moment. I can click on Manage and call them to arms, and you'll see the blue dots come towards me. When I like the blue dots in front of me, I press R to hold them. So there are 2 main movement commands. I can press R to follow, and you can see they'll follow me. When I want them into position, I just press R to hold them. That's a probably not a good position because they're hiding behind some bushes. But that's the main way you'll move your legion around. You can also issue use a keyboard to issue orders as well if you want sort of more precise movements. So I can kind of say move the arrow keys forward to move them forward like that. You can do that to order them around as well. So it's a bit of micromanaging of your legion. They also have 2 formations. They have their march formation, which is what they're in now. You can see 4 wide column, and a battle formation, which is kind of close to what we think of as a line formation, where they stretch out their width and they can engage across a broader front. And this is much more important for battle, keeping my eye on the map, making sure there's no enemies nearby. So when we get to battle, I need to get them in formation, line them up, and let's say there's an enemy over here. I can say, all right, guys, follow me. We're going to battle. Or I can kind of stand behind them and say, all right, guys, go forward, and you can see they'll march forward. This is using the arrow keys on my keyboard. So I can command my legion, how I want. There's also a charge option. I can press G on the keyboard to get these guys to charge any enemies they see, and they'll break formation and just start rushing in. That has its value at times. These guys just kind of lose formation. They just all go charging in. I have set up my camp here to, as I said, conquer these last 5 settlements in this area. When you set up camp, you start. I'll leave my legion there for the moment. I've got some guards set up here. So this guy is Glutius Maximus. He's guarding, of course. We saw him before. This is Appius Fabricus, 1 day in service. He's on guard duty. You can see he's on that little stick there. That's why I've set him to guard. When you set up a new camp, this is your standard. You have to build some boxes to store your wood. You have to build all these tents to house your soldiers, and of course the officers' tents so that your officers can have a good rest and feed and so forth. You have to have sufficient shelter to house all your troops, or you cannot recruit them. You'll reach the limit based on your tents. To get the equipment to build all these things, you have to chop down wood, principally from trees. Using the order stick, you just kind of walk up to a tree and say, hey guys, let's chop this tree down when we need wood. And yeah, so there's a kind of a resource management element to it. A lot of the things you do in the game, for example, if I come to this guy and I say, hello, order stick out, what type of armor? You've got scale armor. If I give you mail armor, it'll cost 25 silver, or I can just right click on him and that upgrades his armor. To do so, I need gold and silver. Silver principally for the armor upgrades, and I do that by attacking, conquering, and drawing taxation from nearby settlements. So if I look at this way station up here, I can see it has a tax income of 24 silver coins. A larger village gives me a lot more, so this gives me 4 gold and 81 silver coins. I'm going to give you a demonstration of how this all works. So I press R, you'll see my legion is all the way over here. I press R, they'll turn around and they'll start following me. Alright, so guys, we're going to march north to this way station up here, and we're going to take it over. It should be a pretty small way station. We'll be able to see it if we head directly north. You can see the compass up the top. They'll follow me. They're a bit slower than me because I'm a super soldier, very strong. And in battle, I need to play a key role. It's not just, you could just kind of let your legions fight it out, but because I am so strong as a soldier, I kind of want to be leading, or at least not necessarily playing a key role in combat. And there's a few little tactics which I'll demonstrate to you. Here we are. We need to head northwest, so over here a bit more. You should be able to see the roofs of the houses pretty soon. There they are. We got really close. All right, where's my legion? They're coming up. Checking the map, making sure there's nobody else around. So as we approach this this station, it's pretty small. I'll hold the guys here just for a sec as I kind of scout it out. Yeah, you'll see, you can press Control to zoom in. The soldiers will begin to emerge. If they see me, they'll come to attack. I'll bring the legion up a bit. Hold there. Let's just rotate you guys a bit. This is going to be a very small force. It'll be a quick battle. You'll see they throw their pylons. Pylons, basically when they hit, instant kill. You'll see what happens. I'll just leave them fight for a brief moment. Legionaries do a bit of damage, slowly, slowly, slowly. If I come in, I can quickly finish these guys up. They are very vulnerable. These are the Celts. They are very vulnerable from behind. So my strategy, or my tactic, is to let them hit the line, get behind them, and hit them. If you try to hit them with their shield up, it just hits their shield and does nothing. There we go, and we've captured that way station. That was very easy. Now, when you take over a location, there's several things you can do about it. I can raze it to the ground and destroy it completely. Ideally, though, I want to get some taxation. And the more you hurt that settlement, the higher the level of unrest. Now, this is rarely a problem, but it can be a problem. So I like to keep unrest. I like taxation, but I leave the population be for the most part, and I leave the buildings be. So unrest 50 is moderate. Once it gets up to 70, 80, it becomes high, and there's a risk of unrest. If I confirm these details, so leaving the buildings be, not burning them down, not looting, leaving the population be, not enslaving them, but demanding full taxation from them to get more money. If I confirm those details, and I look at the map, you'll see this is now turned blue, and the orange marker means that it is moderate. You can see up here I have a hamlet under my control, which has... Oh, what have we run into here? Where did you guys... Okay, we've run into a convoy passing through. Well, they've run into us. Because we're on this main road here, so again, coming along the line, hitting these Celts in the rear. And when we defeat this convoy, here we go, convoy looted, we get 7 gold. That was a surprise, didn't expect that. And that was a little yellow marker like this, which came down the road while I wasn't watching. So we have a hamlet up here under our control, which has an unrest level of 78. The best way to reduce that unrest level is to attack gatherings of nobles in the area. This is when local nobles will try to raise the unrest level, and if you attack them, it actually reduces the unrest level. This is probably high because I probably looted from here and set a high taxation level. Here's the first farm. You can see there, I don't get a lot from it, 48 silver coins, but they're very happy. Unrest is down to 13 there, because I spent a lot of time in this area defeating those nobles. It's getting night time now, so, yep, my men throw their torches on as it gets dark. And, maybe I'll just, there's farm, hamlet. See, this is an easy battle, just a small little way station. But I'm worried about attacking at night. You can do a sneak attack at night, and that's where you catch the enemy by surprise. I can bring out my torch as well, just to give you a bit more vision. You can do a sneak attack at night. The enemy won't come out to meet you. You can kind of go into their camp and attack them quietly. Because I am this super soldier, you can do a lot of damage yourself before you kind of get your legion involved, and then you can send the legion in, and they can do a lot of damage too, catching the enemy off guard. Learning the game, it's a pretty quick, light game to learn. The hardest part is coordinating your legion and kind of getting those buttons sort of sorted out to kind of work out how to move them around. And I'm still running into difficulties where I'll sort of charge with my legionaries and they come rushing out. The officers stay behind, and I kind of go charging down remnants of enemy forces, and then I realise I've left my officers behind and they get slaughtered by some roaming band. Here you go, we've got a convoy roaming around, and something like this will run into my officers and I'll lose my poor centurions. I'm going to quickly have a look at the legion, make sure we didn't lose any guys here. So no losses, no losses, no losses, and Century 4 in the rear, here we are, those guys are fine. If you go back, so I didn't use any arrows, you get 6 arrows only, and 2 pylums or pylai. I'm not sure what the plural of pylum is. I think it's pylai. If you use them, you can go back to your camp to replenish. You can get new troops if you want to. In fact, you know what? While it's dark, let's go back to camp. So guys, press R, follow me. They'll follow me back to camp. I can set them into march formation. You can see the 2nd century will head over to the left, 1st century in the center, 3rd century in the rear, and on the right, 4th century will be behind them. What I'm going to do is just fill out the, get on the road, fill out that 4th century in the rear, so I have a bit of a reserve. And it's good to get, to kind of seed some experience. So I can see the lights in the distance. If I zoom in there, you can see that's my camp, there's my guard, Gluteus Maximus, was that his name? G'day mate, what's your name? Gluteus Maximus, that is his name. Okay, so I can go to camp and simply spend my gold to recruit more soldiers. Now I'm getting 19 gold per day, so I'm getting more than enough to cover... I'm getting 19 gold per day. Upkeep is 120 denarii per day, so I've got plenty to... 3 more soldiers, and you'll notice if I try to recruit more, cannot recruit. You see some message down here? That's because I can't recruit into Century 5 until I begin promoting into Century 4. In fact, I've made a mistake there, because what I should have done was send some experienced soldiers over to Century 4 instead of recruiting into Century 4. That would let me then promote them, those experienced soldiers, to the officer ranks. You can see here now, if I get these guys out here, pull them away from the camp a bit, hold them there. If I go and speak to or have a look at, okay, to get these are the new recruits. I have to first disband, add them to my soldiers, then call to arms, bring them out again. Every time you add new soldiers, you've got to disband, I think, and then reform them. So this guy has had 1 day in service. Let's promote him to Tesserarius and then Optio. And who else has had service? You've had service. You can't become Tesserario. Why not? I don't know why he can't be promoted. Who else has experience? You can become Tesserarius. Okay. Now I have space to shift some officers over, so I can go back now to my experienced first century and look for guys with a couple of days experience. This guy, for example, Marcus Venulius, and I can say, mate, would you mind just going first? I'm going to go 2nd, 3rd, 4th century, and he can't transfer. The next century is, okay. Oh, a bit tricky here. Maybe I need to find somebody in... You, would you mind going to the 4th century? Yes, thank you, sir. So he'll march over. Now I know he has 2 days service, so he's more veteran than anyone else, so I can click on this guy. And I can't promote him because I've just filled those ranks. So I'm making some silly administrative errors. And the game is a bit unforgiving here. I can't promote to Centurion until somebody has 2 days service. I will give him some plate mail though to signify him. And I'll mark this guy as well because I want... Where'd he go? There he is. Give you some plate mail because I want him to be promoted soon as well. Daylight is coming, so let's put the torches away. And should we go for the big battle of the town down here? Let's make sure there's no wandering troops around. I think we will. So guys, let's get marching. Follow me. We are marching south towards this big town. This is going to be a big battle. You can see the size of the town off in the distance. I can zoom in with control. It's going to be tough. There's going to be a lot of troops rushing out. And I need to be careful. I want to kind of... Here comes my legion. Over the hill. Now those little blue marks, I can get rid of that just by pressing V. But I'd like to see exactly where they're heading. Here come the Celts. Let's come over here, guys. Come over here. We want to set up a... This is kind of not exactly the best way to plan these things. Turn around and hold that formation. Alright, you can see the Celts. Now these are the armoured Celts. So these guys with chainmail. And I just pick them off very quickly with my bows and arrows. Oh, make sure I don't hit the shield. There we go. Because if you don't take these guys out, it's hard for my legionaries to... Now I can just come in here, I can just start attacking. And like bam, 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 bam. But I have a health bar as well. That little red bar down the bottom is my health bar. Damn, hit his shield. I'm not an archer. Come on, mate, come on. Got him. Alright, you see these guys have all drawn their weapons now. Most of the time they walk around like this. You can hit them. As soon as they draw their weapons, they become a threat. So yeah, here I am in this Celtic town. He doesn't have his weapon drawn, he's just standing there. They're not the brightest, Celtic warriors. The other thing I do is pile them, and pile them goes straight through shields, like that. And again, I want to target the armoured Celts where possible. So I'm out of arrows, I have one pylon left. What I do is get these guys into battle formation. Come on guys, come up a bit. Hold there. As the Celts approach, come up a bit further. As the Celts approach, they'll throw, if I get out of the way, here we go, they'll throw their pylons, and look at that. And the Celts will reach a point where I can now hit the armoured guys in the rear. They will take a lot of beating to take down. He's turned around now, fighting me. You can see he's lost his, oh, there is his axe. You can see my health bar. I can bring my shield up and poke at him. I could throw a pylon at this guy. Oh, jeez. It's a bloody game. It is brutal. You can see the blood. And of course, I should have pointed out the art. So they are sort of faceless soldiers. If I bring my men forward, they will likely engage. You can see they're hitting them there. Yep. It's a bit hard to get your troops to engage. You kind of need... They're fairly passive. And the idea, the tactics in combat are to wait for the Celts to engage and then hit him in the back like that. There's another armoured dude. Pylon, gone. There's another one here. Get him in the... Oop, got to get my sword out. Hit him quickly. He dropped his shield. He's still got a spear though, and he's going to hit me back. So wait for the Celts to engage your line, then try and hit him in the rear. And they turn around and hit you quickly. Now at this point, I can charge, and all my guys will go a bit crazy. So they lose formation, they'll start charging in. I've lost a few legionaries, but where are you going, mate? Here's another armoured Celt. So I try to focus my energy on the armoured Celts because I can do more damage than my legionaries can. Alright, they seem to have got the job done. Is there one more in there? Alright, there's still some warriors in there. You can see the coloured clothes are the warriors, the greens are the unarmoured civilians. So I set them to charge, and you'll notice I just stood around. What they're doing is they're ignoring my orders and they're just looking for soldiers to kill. So I need to make sure that I always turn off charge. Bring them close now. You guys just still want to put up a fight. They hit the line, I hit them from the back where they're unarmoured. I've got to watch my health, running a bit low. I'm going to let them charge, so now they'll seek out all these warriors. Again, he hits the line, I can hit him from behind. There's not a lot of Celtic warriors left, we've done a good job here in this town. I have no arrows left. It's beautiful sunshine, very bright. And in a moment, you'll see the effects. There we go. The town has fallen. So full taxation in this town is important because they're very wealthy. So 40 gold. If I do half taxation, drops down to 20. This is a lot, 40 gold. So I want to keep unrest low. What is that? Somebody's still attacking. Oh, I've got to guys turn off... They're still attacking some Celts. Oh, we've hit a band. Okay, let's confirm that. We're still fighting. We've run into a roaming band of... You can see that yellow marker there. We've run into a Celtic convoy. They've come into town just after we've captured it. Now you can die. When you die, if you die, when you die, you just simply respawn. This is what I'm talking about. You've got to watch your back at all times. He's well armoured. He's well armoured. I'm really low on health, so as soon as this battle's over, I've got to get back to camp and rest. And all you do is you go back to camp, you disband your army, and you recover to full health, you get your arrows back, you get your pylon back. Jeez, that guy's doing a lot of damage. You can see I'm losing a few legionaries here, down to 35 men. I think I was up to... If I get in there and just help a bit. Oh, come on, guys. Hey, and we destroyed that convoy. And... I'm surrounded by my guys. It is a problem. You get surrounded by your men. Alright, guys, come over here. Follow me. We are heading back to camp. I need to recover very quickly. You don't bleed out or anything, just if you take an extra hit. So you can see my taxes down the bottom. At the start of every day you get new taxes. That's a lot of money. And on the way back to camp, you can see we're heading up. Got to head north a bit, Phil. You can see all my losses in the 1st century, the 2nd century. I lost my Tesserarius here. Lost some legionaries there. I can just recruit. So you can see filling the ranks back up again. Okay, and now I need to fill a Tesserarius in Century 2. So once we get back to camp, I'll quickly... here are the new recruits that I've sort of been clicking at on the way up here. I can disband, add those new soldiers to... new recruits to do the job of soldiering. I won't worry about guards. And then we'll have a look, we'll call our guys over here to have a look at our new formation. So look at the Legion, you can see there's a gap here, Tesserarius in Century 2. Century 2 is on my left here, so we need a new Tesserarius. Who would like to do the job? You, sir, 4 days service. Vibius Monarchius. You can be promoted to Tesserarius. Now we can look at the Legion, we can see, oh, we have room now for one more legionary. And again, I've recruited a legionary. To add him, I have to first disband, add him, and then do a call to arms. And every time I do that, the legion wants to move around. Hold position, guys. Hold there, hold there. I can look, and you can see Century 1, Century 2 will fill. Century 3, if I recruit 4 more legionaries, they will be filled. And we're on our way to filling Century 4 as well. So let's see what these guys... Oh, they got it. They will follow me unless I get them to hold. So hold there, guys. Here we go. Let's what 1 day in service, 1 day in service. Where's my Optio? He has 2 days. He can be a Centurion now. Congratulations, son. You are now Optio, and I can promote him immediately to a Cornican or Signifier. I like that idea of a Signifier because they're more visible. Anybody else with 2 days service? 2 days service? Anyone? Anyone in the ranks? 2 days? Oh, 3 days. That's you. Tesserarius, Optio, Cornican. Well done. And now I can appoint anybody else. You have 1 day service, 3 kills. You can become our new Optio. And I'll give you some nice plate mail armor so you stand out from your mates. Did I say someone? 1 day service, 2 kills. You can be our Tesserarius. And you can have some plate mail too, just so you stand out a little bit. This kind of can help me to identify, you can obviously see some of the officers really stand out, helps me to identify the important positions in my legion sometimes at a glance. If someone's in trouble, if I see a Centurion surrounded, I can rush in and help him. And the plate, I mean his helmet, the standard, the corn and so forth, they help me to identify that. So gradually over time, I will be expanding. Here we have a noble gathering. Now because unrest is high here, I'm going to grab my legion and we're going to go. I'm going to set battle formation so they'll march a bit slower, but what this will do, if I attack this noble gathering, it will reduce unrest in nearby settlements that I control, which is what I want to do. These noble gatherings haven't been too big in the past, they're usually pretty small. Come on, guys. And the benefits are pretty good. Now they should be around here somewhere. Here we go, we can see them gathering in the woods. Okay, as we get closer, come on, guys. There's only a small handful of them. I can probably take half of them out with our bows and arrows. Surprise! 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 You can also aim for the head. Aim for the head. Oh, hello, son. You want an arrow? Okay. Charge. So I can let the men press G. You can see they go charging in. I'll turn those blue dots off for now. There should not be any problem with this noble gathering. There we go, noble's killed. If I look now, you can see that's been reduced to orange. So we've reduced unrest. Oh, we are still pretty strong. Did we lose any? I don't think we lost any. So we'll turn off charge, get the guys back into formation, and we can see settlement off there. And it looks reasonable. It's a village, I think. Is it? A farm. So very small. We can just, my 3.5 centuries can easily come in here and we'll take that over as well. Hello, we've come to take over. Put your weapons down. I missed from point blank. I'm out of arrows. I have pylons. Get my sword out. Go crazy. Press G to charge and they'll just attack all the Celtic warriors. That's a civilian. Once we have the town, you can see the officers hang back, which is a danger. There we go. I turn charge off, set full taxation, leave everything else be. It's still pretty high. I might just set half taxation. Now the reason I don't set this too high is because I don't want still this noble gathering. I'm going to have to go take that noble gathering out. What do we got here? It's a hamlet. So let's, I don't think we've lost any legionaries yet. So let's march north a bit. It's not far from here. Follow me, guys. Huge legion. We're looking pretty good. Northeast. So you see the compass up the top, looking northeast. Tab to bring up the map. You can keep moving whilst you're tabbed. You can even shift his run. You go slower uphill. I can see that village off in the distance there. So that's where I'm heading to. Hamlet, sorry, it's technically a hamlet. Down into the valley. You can press space to jump and almost fly. Look at that. Whee. And up the other side of the valley. What I'd like to do is take out this hamlet quickly and then go get the noble gathering. So it'll instantly reduce the unrest level. So you can see slow up the hill here. How are my guys going? Where are my guys? Come on, lads. Up the hill. And, oh, that's a pretty big hamlet. We can do this, guys, right? Hold here. Throw your pylons. Look at that. It's just... we'll let them come to us. And then, as I said, get behind the line and try and get these guys in the rear, focusing on the armoured Celts first. Oh, I've lost a legionary somewhere. That's to be expected. As I said, it was a big hamlet, bigger than I expected. Helping out along the line. There's another armoured one. These are hard to take down, so the more I can help, the better. Here we go. Get them to charge just to pick out any remaining. That must be an armoured Celt. What is going on there? Yeah, okay. Low taxation, leave the population be, confirm those details, and now let's try and quickly rush up northwest. Do I have charge off? Follow me, guys. Always turn charge off. It's the... leaving charge on is the biggest source of my problems. That's how I lose my officers. So you can see these nobles are stirring unrest. You can see things are getting dangerous. I will get it. Oh, geez, I'm about to get a revolt if I don't hurry up. So I'm going to rush. Turn my guys into march formation. I think they march faster. And find these nobles quickly. Rebellions are frustrating. Revolts, because you just have to fight the battles all over again. It's a lot of work. It can be a lot of coordination and work to take over these hamlets and towns, and then if they revolt, you have to do it all over again, and it's annoying. hidden band has revealed themselves. Where? Ambush. Ah, this is them here. Okay. Come on, guys. Battle formation, get in here. Take them all out. So you can see, move fast, don't stand still. Charge. It's got my guys to charge because I want to deal with these guys quickly. And yeah, it can be messy at times. We're in the middle of the woods here, and we got ambushed. So they're all over the place. Keep your eye on your officers if you can. They're very important. So I've killed the nobles, but I've still got this ambush to deal with, which I think I've dealt with. So the nobles were killed. It's still pretty high unrest. There's another noble gathering up there, but there's still one more hamlet in this area. Let me just... So I don't know at this stage what else I can do to reduce unrest. So this is the little way station. They're not happy, but I don't think I can really do anything. I kind of want to remove that point. I didn't mean to place that there. Yeah, right. Oh, get out of there. Get out of there, you guys. This is frustrating. You can kind of gradually push them out of the way, but it's slow. Who's attacking something? Okay, so let me explain the quests. The quests kind of drive you. They help you, realize what you're trying to do. They give you small objectives to strive towards. And this really reveals, excuse me, it's kind of the game has some contentious elements, I guess we can say. You've got this objective here, which I haven't even started. Notorious. Massacre civilians on a disturbing scale. Your subordinate officers show concerning looks. Nearby settlements dare not act out in protest. Murder 50 civilians. And these are basically the people in green around here. So yes, you can attack them, and it's part of the game. The Romans... Who is attacking back there? What's going on? I can hear some fighting. The Romans can attack civilians to, in a sense, pull these civilians into line. I'm hoping... here we go. There's some convoys coming down the road. Maybe I can... Actually, I don't think they help with unrest. They just help me with gold. But they're coming down this road from the north. So if I get these guys to turn around, we should be able to see them coming up the road somewhere. Where are they? Here they are. You can see their banner. It's getting dark, so I get my torch out. It's not a large convoy, just a small group of guys. I can charge, and yeah, Legion will do its job. Alright, as it gets dark, the guys turn their torches on. It's a storm as well. I'm guessing that way station is going to revolt. I can just feel it's going to happen. Okay, that doesn't help with unrest at all, yeah. So, turn charge off, get them to follow me. Now I can get them to turn their torches off, so I'll show you kind of what happens when you ambush an area. It's very dark, I know that much. We're going to head southwest to this last remaining kind of settlement in this area. And then we'll have all of those settlements down here, settlements locations under our control. So yes, it's dark, it's raining. Hard to see, I apologise. Is that it off in the distance? No, that might be my settlement. You can see the lights there. I've got to head more west, southwest. So yeah, you've got the sense it's kind of light, kind of arcadey interface, but with this kind of strategic element over the top. You need to manage unrest. You need to manage your resources. The more officers you promote, the more it costs, the more your upkeep. We're almost heading straight out west now. We're going to look for the lights of that settlement just over this ridge. I think they're just down. There you go. You can see them now off in the distance. Now I can tell my men. Here's my legion way over there. They're coming, they're coming. I can ask them to turn their torches off. Just like that. It's like a light switch. SOS. And this will give me the element of surprise. Alright, so if I turn my torch off. Okay, day's coming. Under the cover of darkness, you've caught this settlement's garrison off guard. So they if I just get my guys to follow me, and if I march in here, I can just start attacking, and their reaction, I don't exactly know how it works, but their reaction is very slow. You can see that this guy's not even equipping his sword. He's like, who is attacking me? Mosquitoes. And I release my men to charge. We've caught them off guard, so they're not in any formation. They haven't come out to meet us. We're in the settlement, targeting the Celtic warriors. Does this guy have a helmet? I'm losing some legionaries somewhere. So maybe I should have just waited outside the camp. Oh, jeez, I've lost a lot. Just want to watch the officers, watch my centurions. Yep, here's all the officers hanging back. Good work, guys. Don't get too, close to the action. Alright, we'll turn our torches on so we can actually see what's going on. More legionaries killed. Alright, who are we missing this? So if you don't get the message popping up, it means there's still Celtic warriors around. So there's someone in there. There we go. We'll set a full rate of taxation, but leave everything be. Done. And we'll turn that off. Now the neighbouring villages are getting a bit unhappy. We've just encountered a roaming... This is where I've got to watch my officers, because this is when they're most vulnerable, just after I attack a settlement, and they're often caught out in the rear as the men move forward. Here we go, there's that noise, which means I've lost a core. Who did we lose? We've lost one of our officers somewhere. We're losing a lot of men from this kind of not paying attention to our map. Oh geez, let's get out of here, guys. Let's follow me. Need to reorganize. I've lost a lot of men just as this group moved in. So these guys should follow me out of here. They'll abandon the fight. I've lost an Optio. What have we got left? Lucky the officers kind of survived the bulk of that fighting. What do we got? There's not many left. I'm going to retreat back to our camp. Follow me, guys. Put my torch away. And this is why you've got to pay attention. Look at how many. Look, my vast legion is reduced to 3 legionaries. I'm somewhat relieved that the officers survived. I don't know how they survived. I did lose a lot. I lost a handful of officers, but my camp is south. That's by not paying attention to the map. So I was too busy letting the men loose around the camp, the village, and there's a gathering of nobles which I need to take care of. So I did capture that village, but I've got to do a few things. I've got to recruit all those losses. I've got to have to manage my promotions again, and I'm nearly at camp, and I can also save there. There it is, there's my camp, off in the distance. So I've got plenty of gold now, so the losses can be built back once these guys catch up. Here they come down the road. That's unbelievable. It just shows how vulnerable your legions can be. Okay. You can see I've lost 2 officers from Company 1, which means I can't recruit to Company 2 until I replace those losses. What have I lost? I've lost a Tesserarius and a Cornican. Okay. 4, get my stick out, find my experienced soldiers. Let's come out a bit further. Can we get into battle formation just so I can see who we've got? Not, these are all new recruits. You can see, I'm just looking at their days of service, things like that. I need to fill that Cornican role, I need a more veteran soldier. So Century 3 has a few, may have some... Yeah, a legionary. Okay, mate, I need you to go back to Century 1. And you need to go back to Century 1. Did he go back? Ah, of course, because I've got to promote someone to Therarius, and then you can go... I've stuffed up again, haven't I? You've got to be careful with the order in which you promote these guys. So if I try and send him to 1... I can't promote him. And I can't promote this guy. Because he's only had 0 days service. And I can't fill Century 2 because I don't have a Cornican for Century 1, and I can't transfer Cornicans. For example, this guy will not go because you can only transfer legionaries. So it's very hard. When you suffer those kind of losses, it can take a day or 2 to replenish your forces. But, oh look, there's 2 gatherings of nobles. I think we're going to have to make do with what we've got. I have replenished my equipment, so follow me, guys. We're going north to deal with these nobles before we get a revolt. It's going to be hard because I think there are now 2 groups of nobles quite close together. I think that's actually 2 different green gatherings. Fortunately, 6 arrows, 2 pylum should be able to take care of them with what I've got here. So if you see if I try to recruit now, it won't let me. Because Century 1 isn't full. You need that officer. Take care of your officers, the most important thing. Alright, so we get on this road and we follow it north to this gathering. And we need to be quick because these things don't last forever. They gather, they cause unrest, and then they dissipate. Come on guys, we've got to be quick. I might go ahead and get started, and I'll get these guys to join me. Here's the gathering. Alright. Are there any... Oh, there's 2 gatherings, like I said. One on the right, one on the left. There's only a small gathering. Try and get around their shield, hit them from behind. Okay, get the pylum out. Instant kill, good. Where are my guys? Get in here guys and charge. I don't know what happened there. I think I pressed the wrong button for charge. But that will, you can see Unrest Series 85, 115 at way station. Jeez, hopefully that, what have we got here? Now we've got another convoy on the road. This is how easy things can escalate if you're not careful. 1 minute you're attacking a group of lightly armoured nobles. Next minute, you got a convoy coming at you. Convoys just give you the gold. Okay, so this is really bad. Unrest is 115. They are... Oh, there's a raid coming. I can't really deal with the raid right now. Okay, guys, we need to follow me back to camp. So everything else is pretty good in this area, except for we've got that big raid coming. And to deal with a raid, it might be good to quickly put some palisades up around our camp. That's the hardest thing to have to deal with. That's going to revolt. But what I'll do is head back to camp, save the game, and then we'll set up for this raid. They'll come straight to my camp. So folks, set them to march formation as they try to follow me hurriedly back to camp. That should give you a pretty good overview of most of the kind of early functions in Warlord Britannia. It is, as I said, first-person perspective. It has that strategic sort of objective. You're trying to eventually take over this whole island, which is pretty big. I'm only in the sort of very... Where's my camp? I've lost sight of it. Southwest. I'm only in the very sort of first 13-15% of the game, and I've sort of secured this southern corner of the map, and I'll start to move. I'll pack up my camp and move north again, but before I do that, I need to defend my camp against this impending raid. I guarantee these guys are going to revolt. I'm just waiting for the information to come that they have revolted. And these raids can be very big, so I'll be dealing with quite a large army. Here we go. I need to... I can't recruit anymore. But what I can do is when these guys get back, I can disband them, save the game, and then I'll start setting up straight away. They're there in the distance. So there you go, folks. Warlord Britannia, not for everyone. A bit of a sort of hack and slash, has a legionary command element. I hope that has been of interest, and take care, and thanks for watching.